Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men Real Style, and today I'm going to be talking about presenting yourself with class. All right, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way these videos are brought right to you. In addition, if you like this video, go ahead and click on it down below. This lets me know that you enjoyed this, especially in this video today, because I'm kind of stepping away from style just a bit, but I think they're in the same ballpark, and this is a question that was asked of me. Finally, go ahead and click on the article down below. I'm always going to link you to an article which expands on what I've talked about here, and hopefully if you want to learn or read more, I just want to send you to a resource that's going to help you learn more about this. Okay, presenting yourself with class. This is the question I received. Antonio, thank you so much for taking the time to share your interest, insight, and knowledge. Can you speak on presenting oneself with class? I come from a working class family, but I feel my family operates in similar ways to families of higher standing. I feel that class and integrity is something worked for regardless of how much money you have and should be ingrained in everything we do. Can you discuss practical ways to harness more class towards everybody? Okay, that's a pretty big question. It's a little bit outside of style, but I'm going to try to bring it in. And it's more about presenting yourself with class. And from my experience, it comes down to three things. The first thing is you need to know yourself and be comfortable with who you are. Not all of us are perfect. Not all of us have achieved great things. Everybody starts at a lowly, small place, and we, over time, we build ourselves up and we fall down quite a bit. And you need to be comfortable with that, because oftentimes we fall into this trap that we compare ourselves with others, and we're not confident in ourselves. We feel that there's always somebody better. And you know what? There probably is, in terms of what you're looking at. I mean, when it comes to men's style, I know I have a lot to learn. Even though I've read tons of books, I've been studying this stuff for years. I've got a custom clother. I've started websites on this. I know that there are men like Alan Flusser and Bernhard Rosell, and, well, I could go on and on, who are just way ahead of me. But I also look at, what I have and what are my strengths and what's going to make me unique. And that's where you have to look at that with yourself and say, wow, that's what I'm going to be able to stand on. Because I've got, certain things about me that I know I can draw upon. I'll use I've got time. I know that the guys I just mentioned, they're a few decades ahead of me in terms of time. And I'm going to be able to catch, those guys. I know it because I've got a good understanding of the web, and I've also got a military background. So that makes me a bit unique because it's something that allows me to connect with a lot of guys. And I really want to show that style and fashion, it's not just for, how can I say, for girly men. This is something that I think every guy can benefit from, whether he's a lumberjack up in Washington or whether he is he's over in Cape Cod and he's, pulling lobsters out of the Atlantic Ocean. I think that personal style comes down because each of those guys, they do get dressed up and they go to church on Sundays, or they're going to walk their little girl down an aisle, or they are going to go out on a date. And they want to be able to interact with other people. And, that's what I draw my strength from. So know yourself, know what your strengths are, know what your weaknesses are, and don't be afraid of them. And, be happy with who you are. And if you can do that, you can walk in front of everybody, because you're going to look at them as peers, as people that are on this same journey that we call life. And you're going to be able to interact with them in the same way you interact with your friends. Number two, know your audience, know who you're talking with, and feel for them. Feel that, don't treat them like numbers. Don't treat them like they're lower than you. Don't treat them that they're higher than you. Treat them as you would, how you would want to be treated. And if you can treat them with respect, dress properly for the occasion, you're going to do well when you pay attention and you respect your audience. Number three, be observant of time. Of all the things out there, time is the most important thing that we have, because even the richest man in the world cannot buy an extra moment of life. And here on YouTube, people can, if I'm wasting your time, you can click the stop button and you can go away. But whenever you're in front of an audience or you're presenting yourself in person, it's really hard for people to walk away. the people, if you're in a big, audience, people will get up and leave. But it's one of those things that you want to be very observant that you are not only giving, but are they taking, and do they really want to be receiving this? So be very careful whenever you're talking with somebody or you're presenting to a group. Respect their time. And finally, this may be kind of bonus, but give whoever you're talking with, give them your absolute best and be honest. Because if you're not honest, you're going to have a great memory, because no one can remember, all those little lies if you start throwing those out there. And give people everything you've got. Because if you don't show enthusiasm and you don't bring that to the table, you think anyone else is going to? So that's how I would present, or I try to present myself with class. Hopefully this works for you, and appreciate the question. All right, this has been Antonio Centeno at Real Men Real Style. If you'd like to learn more about style, visit me over at Real Men Real Style. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.